First, I want to thank all of you guys for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. It's a very important topic. Glenville has really been leading the way in Greenwich as far as bolstering food allergy awareness, so we're really happy that you guys could come tonight. I am going to turn it over to my co-president, who will be our returning president next year, to introduce our wonderful speakers, and thanks again for coming.
We had quorum. That's the biggest excitement of the night. I know. So I'm Lisa Sylvester. I'm the co-PTA president with Ann, and this allergy awareness topic has been very near and dear to my heart for quite some time because I have two kids that have life-threatening food allergies. So when I had talked to Ann at the beginning of the year about having this topic, we decided to run with it, and then Abby and Greg came on board and totally ran with it. So now we have this amazing night ahead of you. Audrey Bregante from Fairfield County Allergy and Asthma is going to be speaking. Carolyn Cornelius, our school nurse, and Sandy Kornblum, who a food allergy coach. So we have lots of fun, exciting things for everybody tonight. So sit tight, and here we go.
Is anaphylaxis like always? I mean, can they have skin symptoms before the anaphylaxis starts? Or like, say you see a child breaking out with hives, at that point, if someone said this child has gone into anaphylaxis before, do you administer the EpiPen at that moment? Like, do the skin reactions happen and anaphylaxis happens, or it's either or? Because I'm not familiar with it.
It could be either or. I mean, anaphylaxis, skin symptoms occur almost 80% of the time during anaphylaxis. It also depends on the surrounding circumstances. Like if a child doesn't have a known allergy, food allergy, or didn't get stung or nothing else going on and just breaks out in hives, you don't give an EpiPen for that. But if the child has, or person has a known food allergy and thought they may have had exposure, either ate something or was exposed and started breaking out in hives, then there are guidelines that are followed that the school nurse actually has. Do this, do this, do this. Every child has their own plan of care when somebody's thinking that this is happening. And it's usually, in certain cases, patients are just observed because they always break out in hives when such and such happens. But in other cases, epinephrine is given even if the child thinks they ate something and has no symptoms. So it's all a matter of the child's individual health care plan. But hives can be, aside from anaphylaxis, of course, a lot of people get hives for independent of anaphylaxis, but as a part of anaphylaxis can occur up to 80% of the time with anaphylaxis. I hope that answered your question.
The testing you were talking about with Quest Diagnostics, I know that you mentioned that breaks out the proteins. Does that also tell you the severity of the allergy?
It does to a degree. No testing tells us the severity of a potential reaction. The testing numbers that we use in the blood, depending on the number, will tell us if there's a high likelihood someone's going to have a reaction. They can never predict how severe that reaction is going to be. In that component testing, though, the numbers do break down level of severity of allergy, but not reaction. So yes, it breaks it down. If it's very high for RH8, that's like a high pollen allergy. If it's very high for RH2, it's likely that that is a true potential life-threatening peanut allergy that is here to stay.
Okay.
So it does give us a lot of information. And this is all new-ish for allergists. We've been doing component testing now off-label, off-Quest Diagnostics for the last 3 years, but now it's just becoming available to the general public. So it's going to become a lot more information for people.
And I'm sorry, one more quick.
Sure.
I know you mentioned that now it's changing, that exposing children at a younger age could reduce
They haven't quite come out with new guidelines yet. The American Academy of Pediatrics and the American Academy of Allergy and Immunology are going to come out with guidelines. They're not anywhere, they just presented the findings of the study, so I would imagine by the end of the year there will be some new guidelines as to what we're going to be doing.
And would that then also pertain to children who, because I know you said that was up to 60 months at 5 years of age, so say they're not infants but they're already 3 or close to 4, would that also include children like that to start exposing them, or?
It depends if they're high risk or not. I think
Okay.
what they're recommending right now is that everybody be tested now at this point, especially even infants, test them first and then see what happens, where we normally wouldn't test those babies that young.
Right.
So, any other questions? Because I would love to let everyone else do some talking too. Nope. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.